Hey, this is Brian Summer, track co-chair, and here is a new helpful hint, spring of 2025 to help with the new track movement system. So there are a couple of changes, mainly has to do with the application process and submitting transcripts, and when everything is due. Everything else is pretty much the same for the helpful hint part. I know we kind of revamped track, which should be helpful to our educators. We listened to your feedback during negotiations, and we got this system which is streamlined and hopefully better and more accessible for our members to move track. So here we go. The first thing is the application link. So the application link will always be sent out April 15th and will be open until the third Friday in June. So that way you can get your signatures all set for it. And you can get it turned in either at the end of the school year or you've got a little bit of time after the school year ends where you can focus on it. Speaking of signatures, just a reminder that we are getting rid of back signing. So make sure you get your signatures at the end of each year. Now, we are allowing back signing through June of 2026, so one more year, only because we know that some signatures might be on old forms and you might need to re-get them or have somebody sign instead. That is perfectly fine, but using this year, anything you did this year, make sure you get your signatures this year. And moving forward, anything you do, get your signatures in that year. If you have a signature from 2 years ago and let's say the administrator is not there, please show it to your current administrator and say, hey, my old administrator signed for this. We've got a new form now. Will you be willing to sign for them? If you have an issue with that, talk to the DEC president. The DEC president can also sign in a case like this. So the application link was sent out by Jamila Pitts on April 15th. It's also linked in the one-stop track document, and it will always be placed in the one-stop track document, and it will always be sent out by HR on April 15th each year. For submitting transcripts, so there is a new process for submitting transcripts. It's also mentioned in the one-stop track document. If it's an electronic transcript, you're going to have the college or university send it to hiring-process@district65.net. Again, that's hiring-process@district65.net. If it's a paper transcript, you are going to deliver that sealed paper transcript, so have it mailed to your house and deliver it to HR yourself. HR will be available for you to bring it in. They will help you open it and they will help you scan it on the following dates this year. April 23rd, April 30th, May 7th, May 14th, May 21st, May 28th, June 4th, June 10th, June 11th, and June 12th. So those are the dates that you can go over there. You could drop off a sealed transcript and they will help you open it and scan it. So make sure you do that. If you just email transcripts to Jamila Pitts or ask HR, they're going to reject them and tell you to follow the process. So please make sure you do that. Applications, again, for this school year are due June 20th. So make sure you get them in between April 15th and June 20th. So if you do submit this year, you will find out the first week in August whether it's been accepted or not, whether you're moving or not. That email with your status will be sent to your district email. So again, it'll be the first week in August, which means then your paycheck should be correct starting in September for the whole school year, so no more back pay, which is great. As always, when you are doing stuff for track, make sure you have the most up-to-date track packet. It's the one that was modified in September of 2024. It is also linked in the one-stop track document. So make sure you've got that. If for some reason your application gets rejected, contact the DEC president and they can work you through the appeals process if needed. You still do need to stay on the track for 3 full years. If you are on track 1 and get your master's degree, there's a form for you to send in so that you can automatically move to track 2. Again, get your signatures at the end of each year. Another general reminder is if you are performing a stipended position and you want to use that for track movement instead, you need to reject the money. So you're going to say, nope, I don't want that money. I want to use this for track movement. There is a new form that will be used starting the 25-26 school year to let HR know that you are rejecting the stipend. That way there is a paper trail of it, which means that it should be accurate and they shouldn't pay you. So that link to that document is in the One Stop Track document. It's just a quick survey thing. Fill it out, and that way HR knows not to pay you, payroll knows not to pay you for that work. Let's see. Transcripts, like we said, they need to be sent in per the agreed upon instructions. The pre-approval forms no longer need to be used for track movement. They do need to be used if you are doing tuition reimbursement. So HR wants that form in before the class starts. So just make sure you send it in. It might not be approved until after the class starts, but you on your part need to send it in before the class starts. And then starting with the 25-26 school year, you'll be using Infinite Vision to submit for tuition reimbursement. There is a video direction and there's a PDF direction of how to submit for tuition reimbursement in the One Stop Track document. So make sure you look for that. It's really easy, step-by-step instructions on how to submit your paperwork for tuition reimbursement. Remember, it's up to $200 per credit hour and no more than $2,000 per year. So a couple of other changes. Google and Apple certificates can no longer be used for track movement. That was part of the agreement in this new track system. They're not grandfathered in, so they're just no longer being used. You do have to stay on the track, like I said, for 3 years. Your rating, you do not need to write down. HR will look it up, and it's your summative rating that you get either every year when you're non-tenured or at the end of your 3-year cycle if you are tenured staff. There is no longer maintaining track 5. Woohoo! So once you get to track 5, you're kind of done. You're left on your own to be a contributing member of District 65. So keep that in mind. Trying to see if there's anything else. If you do get denied track movement, again, please contact your DEC president. For our participation, remember for those 5 points, it's usually you have to do 15 hours of work when you're trying to get those 5 points for track 3 to 4 or 4 to 5. There is a log that you can fill in. That is not required. The log is only if whoever you're asking to sign is saying, well, I don't know if you did the work. Then you could show them the log and say, nope, see, I did. So you do not need to submit that log with your application. It is only if whoever you're asking to sign it wants to verify that. And as a reminder, social committee at your school does not count for track movement. So that's it. Good luck with your track movement process. There are tons of videos for you to watch. There's lots of people who can help. So if you have any questions, watch the videos or else send someone on the track movement committee an email. So good luck, and we'll see you at some of our workshops. Bye.